So I'm joining you here on a gorgeous April evening in Howth Harbour here in North County Dublin to introduce you to my baby brother, who's going to share with you something quite spectacular that he and some of his colleagues and work are about to do. Ciaran, drum roll, drum roll.
Hi all, how are you?
Can you see the family resemblance?
Yes, certainly can. Yeah. Certainly can.
Okay, so listen, tell me, I suppose, what's happening? I know, but kind of summarize it. So you're doing a run from Wimbledon to Paris, a relay run.
That's correct, yeah. So I suppose in a nutshell, myself and 9 of my colleagues, all members of An Garda Siochana, are going to run a relay race, two teams of 5. Each day we'll run half a marathon, and it's a relay race that leaves Wimbledon and arrives in Paris on the May Bank holiday weekend, and we finish under the Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
That's it in a nutshell.
Okay, and what are you doing it for? What's the purpose behind it?
Well, we're doing it for a charity that's very close to all members of An Garda Siochana. It's an independent charity, but has very close ties to the Guards, and it's called Little Blue Heroes.
Mhm.
Now, Little Blue Heroes is a charity that works very closely with families and children who have life-altering conditions and conditions that really affect both their family and themselves. So what Little Blue Heroes does is it creates an atmosphere where the kids are welcome. They join An Garda Siochana as honorary members, and Gardaí organise day trips and give them a badge and give them a uniform and make them feel part of our organisation.
Okay, so you're fundraising for this charity.
Yes, that's the primary charity we are fundraising for. So the event is being run actually by an organisation that is based out of England, and it's called Run to Paris. So I got in contact with Run to Paris with my idea, our team's idea of doing a fundraising event for Little Blue Heroes. Now, they as an organisation, they fundraise for their own English charities, very well established and worthwhile charities, Parkinson's UK and Regain. So the 2 teams that the Gardaí have entered have done independent fundraising for Parkinson's UK and for Regain.
Okay.
And then the organiser very kindly let us then fundraise for our own charity, which is Little Blue Heroes.
Okay, gotcha. And you have 2 teams going in, so 2 teams of 5, and you're running in relays.
That's correct.
Yeah, and you were saying to me that every team member every day will run essentially a half marathon.
Essentially, yeah, give or take, but essentially a half marathon everyone will run every day, starting early in the morning and hopefully finishing in time that we may be able to sample some of the local hostilleries along the way. Yes, exactly. Well, ale in England and wine in France.
Of course, so it's actually not a race, it's a charity fundraiser.
No, it's solely just a charity fundraiser. I believe there's probably upward of 40 teams taking place from mainly around the UK. I believe there's 3 teams from Ireland and 1 team from Holland.
And the name of both of your teams, they're very great. They're very clever names.
Yeah, they're clever names, I suppose. It's humour. It's Garda humour, if you want. Our team, the first team, is called En-Seine Mules, but Seine spelled S-E-I-N.
Okay, after the River Seine.
After the River Seine.
Yeah.
And the second team is called Mule en Rouge. So both teams have, I suppose, the slang word for a donkey, because in An Garda Siochana, Guards refer to themselves as mules. So we thought it'd be fun to have a play on the name.
Okay, it's really clever. Yeah, it's really clever.
Good fun now, yes.
So you're leaving Wimbledon when?
We're leaving Wimbledon on Thursday, the 30th of April.
Okay.
6 a.m.
And you're coming into Paris?
We're coming into Paris, hopefully all 10 of us in some state, on Sunday. I'd imagine, just judging by the timings, probably between sort of 2:30 and 4 o'clock.
Okay. So approximately that afternoon.
Yes.
If people want to follow your progress, how can they do that?
Well, at the minute, we haven't set up an Instagram page, but closer to the time, we will set up an Instagram page and we will be sharing it so people can follow.
So you can share the content.
And also the organisers, Run to Paris, have their own Instagram page, and they do an awful lot of social media posting.
Oh, very good. So people can kind of follow your progress.
People will be able to follow our progress on that as an overview of us and the other teams.
Now, of course, this all costs an awful lot of money.
Yes.
So how is the fundraising going? And do you have actually any sponsors for this?
Well, the fundraising is going very well, and I'd like to thank everyone who has given us money up to this point. But we do have a main sponsor, which is Hayes Mechanical Engineering. They're based out of Ballintober, and directors Shawnee and Alana Hayes have very kindly offered to sponsor our transport, which was the main, I suppose, draw on our expenses. So they sponsored our transport, and Shawnee Hayes has very kindly offered to come along and drive us for the duration of the trip.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so he's actually going to drive.
He's actually going. He's going to do no running, but he might do the last mile. But he actually has going to come along. So that sponsorship alone has really helped us to get this from an idea to a reality.
And what is your target? What are you hoping to raise?
Our target is €10,000 for Little Blue Heroes. As I said, we've already raised 4,000 sterling for Parkinson's UK and for Regain.
So you're hoping to raise another 10,000 then for Little Blue Heroes?
Yes, the additional 10,000 will be for Little Blue Heroes, yes.
And will there be buckets and stuff on the way? Can people contribute like that?
No, it's going to be solely on I Donate.
I Donate. So if people want to donate to this and to your run from Wimbledon to Paris over the Maybank holiday weekend, they can go onto the link that we'll share below.
Yes, exactly. Go on to the link that we'll share below, and every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Yes, exactly.
Ciaran, I'm very proud of you as my baby brother.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of you as my older sister.
Don't say I'm older.
God.
Thanks for watching, and
Thank you.
all the details are below.
Bye-bye.